Hello, welcome to Universal Studios Hollywood. I'm Chris of Theme Pirates here, getting to do some live streams again. I've had a very busy last few months, and able to be back here. Came by for FanFest nights, but just sort of enjoyed my time and did some videos there. But it's Mega Movie Summer here at Universal Studios. So just kind of checking out what all there is. There is to do. Going through the store first, there's a lot of fun things tied to the movie summer. The Minions. They're celebrating the Minions and Monsters movie, and actually gonna head over to one area where they're really doing some stuff in a few minutes. But yeah, it's another summer. There's Gabby. Gabby's Dollhouse. I'm sure I'll be well acquainted soon with Gabby. The big reason why I haven't done any live streams of late is I have an infant in the house, and so it's a little hard to get over to the parks anymore until now. Well, hello, adventures with Mushroom Mario. I hope I got all that right. I have to back up a little bit to see the screen, but get a little preview of the plaza. I think they're going to do some stuff later on today in there. Oh, this area not quite open yet. Interesting. It almost looks like they're doing a little bit back there. The park opened at 9. The park opened at 9, but that area's not open yet. Over here, got a Wicked meet and greet. By Wicked, I mean the movie. And that's part of the whole Mega Movie Summer. Let's see if I can go around a little bit, but I think that area is closed too. I'm not sure what's going on back there.
Oh, absolutely, we got to take a picture. Oh yeah, we're about looking at that right there. You guys are what, 2 sisters and their grandpa? There it is.
You got Donkey over there.
Oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, you didn't find that funny. Love you guys, bye, have fun. Look at that, everybody turned them all over. What's going on? Did you try to go over?
Oh, Donkey. Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Opening sometime, I think, this summer. It's kind of summer already, so we'll see if they make some announcements sometime soon. This side closed as well. How interesting. I only say because there's supposed to be a meet and greet opening at 10 with some of the Minions for the Minions and Monsters in the Mega Movie Summer. It looks like a lot of that is just not opening yet. Hopefully in a few minutes. So might as well kind of wait here. I'm gonna go over to this plaza a bit. Because why not? A lot of celebration of Fast and Furious over here. It's the 25th anniversary, so they're doing a few things for that. And like I said, the ride opening at some point here soon. There we go. Figured it was going to be soon.
Back.
So they did Mega Movie Summer last summer for the first time. Celebration of Jaws and a bit with How to Train Your Dragon, and I'm trying to remember all the stuff. A little bit with Jurassic Park. Many others. A little bit with Harry Potter. Which is kind of interesting that they're not doing anything Harry Potter this summer. I believe it's the 25th anniversary of Sorcerer's Stone. So you've got sculpture photo op here for the Minions and Monsters movie coming out, I think, just in a couple of weeks. I'm actually a big Despicable Me and Minion fan. So I'm hoping to see it. Hoping to see it. Alright. I think the Minions are going to come out here at some point and somewhat soon. Might even jump on Secret Life of Pets. Might not be quite open yet. I don't know. Planning on doing the studio tour. There's a little bit of there for Mega Movie Summer. So seeing a little bit of what's going on for last year, this year, it's the Minions and Monsters that they're doing. Some celebration of Fast and Furious, The Odyssey, and Wicked. Looks like that Secret Life of Pets just opened. I'm gonna wait for the for James and who is it? James and I forgot the other one. Henry. James and Henry from Minions and Monsters. Should be here very soon. Maybe jump on Secret Life of Pets. And then over to the studio tour. And then hopefully some other things will be happening soon regarding Mega Movie Summer. So I don't know if they're going to be actually in the Minion area. Super silly fun land. I mean, over there is still the Minion area. It's kind of nice to go through here when there's no one around. Well, not really. Some workers. Yeah, we'll see where the minions pop out at. Henry and James. Usually, Despicable Me characters are over here, so I'm guessing they're gonna end up being there. It should be like now or any minute. If they don't pop out there, probably somewhere around here. There's a lot of treats for the Mega Movie Summer. They've got a orange banana float, a berry lemonade cupcake. I know there's a couple things in the Minion Cafe as well. There's some special food for Fast and Furious as well at the Hollywood and Dine. Just going around a bit, waiting for James and Henry the Minions. See if we can get a nice view over here. You can actually even see they're still doing some construction for the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster. Oh, I think I see them. There they are. Ah, so they're not in front of the Home for Girls. They are in front of the movie photo op. So Henry and James, different minions than what they normally have out, I guess. Fun little greeting. Oh, the eyes can look all over. Short little visit of Henry and James, I know. Maybe anticlimactic. Minions are so fun. Alright. Well, might as well see how long Secret Life of Pets is. before hopping on the studio tour. Banana. It says no wait. I'll see if it's really no wait. Through, I do like the line of Secret Life of Pets. Got a little guinea pig.
Stop right here, left.
So many little fun things going on in here. Alright, I will say, in case suddenly there's no signal, just stay tuned, it'll come back. Just has to kind of buffer. And then also, I will not be speaking on the ride itself. But feel free to keep commenting in the chat.
Oh, hey again, puppies. Man, you would not believe the things I've seen up here. Did you know there's a woman in 7J?
Oh, Max, look, more puppies are coming in.
Oh wow, there's just so many of them.
Hey, little guys.
So how do I put this delicately, your trays?
Wouldn't it be great if someone could just adopt all of them?
Sure, but they didn't exactly look house trained.
Hey,
No, it just did.
They're watching Pets Post, like a YouTube pet.
Oh, what is that?
Got Snowball in here.
Is it a drone?
Luckily for you puppies, there's an attachment event happening right now at the pet store just 5 minutes ago. Adoption day is almost over. Plus,
Got a minion in that room too. And the team member just popping right out. Definitely almost no wait. So here we go. I'm not going to be talking while on the ride, but you all enjoy it. And again, if the signal cuts out, it can. We're in a building. It'll come back.
And then I'll just need to see the little one by the red. Hey everybody. Come on in, Fred.
Thank you.
Bags and items you can put right on the seat next to you. Perfect. Whenever you're ready, reach up, grab that lap bar.
All right.
Go down for me and then just lift the camera up.
Okay.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And then reach up, pull all the way down.
All right.
Perfect. Push down, pull up, get a little shake. Pull all the way down for me. There you go. You're good. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Good luck,
puppies. And just remember, whatever happens, I will forget about you by tomorrow. I'm sorry about that. It's just, you know, I got a lot going on in my life, and I'm not really in my place. A single pup, and I know it. Don't be jealous. Some of us get boxes. Some of us get super cool high-tech drugs. Come on, go down this front alley. Don't worry, if there was danger, my bird system would work. Trespassing in my house.
I'll cut you this way and that.
I'll make you look like a waffle.
Ladies and gentlemen, your journey has paused temporarily. Boxes will resume motion shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, all vehicles will be resuming motion momentarily. Please remain seated with arms and legs inside the vehicle. Once again, all vehicles will be resuming motion momentarily. Please remain seated with arms and legs inside the vehicle.
Wait! I love cats! Ow! These rockets are next door. I'll be a good one, guys. Let me go. I'm just gonna strap myself to a rocket. These rockets are next door.
Can we take one home?
You're so cute. Please.
Yeah, please.
Awesome.
just wait till you spend the night in this thing. Oh, that's good.
You welcome, people. It's a celebration.
Yay, you did it! You sat there and watched stuff.
Welcome home. As you return, please lift your arms and your eyeballs move inside.
Trying to sanitize hands. But the sanitizer's out. There we go. Secret Life of Pets. The rides. I do enjoy that one a lot. It's very cute. Alright, and they've got the plaza open a bit. So why not stroll through there? On our way to the studio tour. They will have some various things happening here. In the background, you can hear them building a maze for the Halloween Horror Nights. I'll come back through here a little later. In the meantime, heading to the studio tour, hopefully not too long of a line. Usually in the day it's not. I think I'm going to go a slightly scenic route of Hogsmeade. I do quite enjoy the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Many partaking of spell casting throughout. Always a good time coming through here, going through the shops. Good food as well. Probably my favorite place in the park to get some food. Yeah. Gonna go a back way that I think a lot of people do not know you can go. This takes you, it's a little bit of a roundabout way, but if you're here in Hogsmeade, I think you have to go all the way back to the front. You don't have to get to the rest of the area. You can just cut through here. You can see some of the spots that they had for FanFest nights, which was a great walkthrough searching for the hippogriff. Got a couple videos up for that. And then here we are, right at the studio tour entrance. My little photo op for the Mega Movie Summer. Replication of the old entrance sign. There should be a little homage to the Odyssey movie coming out this summer along the tram route. Head on down. It shouldn't be too long of a wait, I don't think. Hopefully not. I think I know where the homage to the Odyssey movie is, or it's not even just an homage, it's an actual prop.
Universal Studios tour. Entrance for the tour is going to be straight ahead.
I think I know where it's at. But I might select a seat that isn't going to go right by it. We'll see. I like to be nice to other guests and just take the not lesser known seat, but sort of the seats no one else takes. It's fine. It's fine to take those. And don't need any more 3D glasses. The King Kong 360 3D does not have 3D anymore. So I guess it's not Kong 360 3D, it's just Kong 360. They just opened that one, which is great. Alright. So we're going to get the seat I wanted.
Now we filmed many shows on the lot, one of them being Ted this series. And even though we filmed Ted on the lot, we still need visual effects to help bring Ted to life. And this is what that looks like.
Hi, Ted Bennett, 2 feet 5 inches. I am locally based, SAG eligible, and I will not shave.
All right, let's shoot.
Hi, my name is Allie, and I'm the visual effects coordinator on Ted Season 2.
Here we go.
In the final show, Ted is fully animated. In addition to our view screen technology,
actually, I think
we also have a reference
going pretty darn soon.
Action, Allie.
Talking right now, but I'm not going to be talking on the tour itself with the guys who do all the talking.
He's essentially a stand-in
But
for
feel free
Ted.
to say something in the chat.
Camera operators, our lighting, We also use it for our animators in post, and then also for the actors so they can see where Ted should be in the scene. He's gonna beg me. Shh. Every day brings a new challenge, but it's fun to rise to the occasion.
That looks good.
Alright, you can catch Ted streaming on Peacock, but it looks like we're moving and grooving, so we see you later to the theme park. See you later, theme park. Now, my name is Jazz. I'm going to be your tour guide this morning. Hello, everyone. Glad you all can make it. I don't know if you know. Hello. I don't know if you know, but all of you are the stars of the show, the studio tour. We could not do the tour without you all, so thank you so much for being here today. We also couldn't do it without our driver, Doozy. So everyone say hello, Doozy. One more person to introduce. You may know him from Saturday Night Live. He's the host of The Tonight Show, and he's my co-host for the studio tour, the one and only Jimmy Fallon.
Hey there, you made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Jazz.
And the greatest driver.
Doozy.
You're the best. I love that. Even though
Jazz
owes me $5.
Oh, well.
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Alright, so first we need guest assistance, have a medical emergency, you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or you're having sound and video issues, reach up and grab that red E-cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you, so this is safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. The studio is a private property, so you haven't to drop anything off the side of the tram or just really need to use the restroom, pull the cord to remain seated. Please, no smoking of any kind during the tour. And be prepared, our tour today features loud noises, fire effects, and many water effects, so there's a chance you might get wet. There's also sudden tram movements during the tour, so secure your personal belongings and hold on. Finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you're on board. In a world where we leave a theme park, where we head into the heart of the TV film studio that's been around for 110 years. On your left, we are passing by the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster, coming soon. And coming up on your right, you'll see our very own fire station. This fire station has been here since the beginning of Universal Studios. It's called Fire Station 51 to pay homage to Station 51 and the television series Emergency. But they're a real functioning fire station here to keep us safe. Everyone, it came on a very special day within a very special year, because this year marks the 100th anniversary for NBC, and Universal Studios is a part of NBC Universal, which is one of the world's leading entertainment companies, which includes Universal Pictures, Focus Features, Peacock, and NBC Television, and we're going to be celebrating the network all year long. So thank you for helping us celebrate this milestone just by gracing us with your presence here today. But everyone, we're about to enter our front lot that has a majority of our 36 sound stages. And the first sound stage you're seeing is on your left-hand side. We've got sound stage 12. It's one of our largest, most historic stages here on the lot. A lot of productions are filmed on stage 12, including our classic monster movies like Dracula and Frankenstein. And if you were here a couple years ago for Halloween Horror Nights, the Eternal Bloodlines house is located here at sound stage 12. But what is a sound stage? A soundstage in a large building where indoor filming takes place. They're about 98% soundproof, so productions don't have to worry so much about outside noise interrupting inside filming. Plus, you can create any kind of setting that you can imagine inside of a soundstage, like Frankenstein's lab, Dracula's castle, Scarface's mansion from the film Scarface, the Visitor Center, and Jurassic Park. All of those sets that I just mentioned were built right inside of Soundstage 12. And these stages on your left were used recently for the show Bel-Air. Now, Bel-Air is a dramatic reboot of the 90s sitcom Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, starring Jabari Banks, Ollie Shillington, and Coco Jones. And they have wrapped on filming their final season. So if you'd like to see Bel-Air, it's streaming on Peacock, NBC's very own streaming service. Now, on your left, you have Soundstage 14. One of the many sound stages ever used when they were filming Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, directed by Ron Howard. Because when they were filming here on the lot, they used a majority of our sound stages, including Soundstage 14, which is used to house Mount Crumpet, the mountaintop layer where the Grinch lived. It was also used for many other films, of course, including Jurassic Park, specifically the scene where the dinosaur sneezes on the kids. But as we pass by these sound stages, you'll notice these very large doors. They're called elephant doors. Because way back when, in the silent movie era, we had animals on the lot for our movies and our westerns. And we needed doors big enough to fit the elephants. So hence the term elephant doors. but nowadays are more commonly used for loading in large sets and large set pieces needed for the shows or movies that are filming inside. And coming up on your right-hand side, these sound stages were used for a new mockumentary series on Peacock. It's called The Paper. And The Paper is based in the same universe as The Office. So if you enjoy shows like The Office and Parks and Recreation, you should check out The Paper if you haven't already. And here's Chelsea Fry and Oscar Nunez from The Paper to tell you more.
Hi, Studio Tour. We're here on the lot where we film The Paper, which follows our characters' day-to-day lives as employees of a struggling newspaper, Toledo Truth Teller.
That's right. Unlike many other TV shows, The Paper uses multiple cameras and a variety of shot types and movements to give our show a true documentary feel.
Because the camera is always around whenever we're on the set. It's important that we stay in character.
Yeah, Oscar, what's your favorite part of work?
I'll pause it for just a moment because we do have a celebrity here on your left-hand side. We have Ted from the Ted films and the series on Peacock. And Ted was created by Seth MacFarlane, the same creator of the animated series Family Guy and American Dad. But back to you, Chelsea Fry and Oscar Nunez from The Paper.
I wasn't expecting you to ask me that. You know what? I love being around talented, wonderful, hilarious people. I also get to work with Chelsea Fry. How about you, Chelsea? What's your favorite?
Oh, I love waving to the trains.
Oh. Okay. You can probably stop waving now.
No, it's fine. Let's try.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's try. Let's try.
All right, on your left-hand side, we're passing by the production bungalows. And this is where our top writers, directors, producers in town come here to work their magic, develop their ideas, and get their scripts into shape. Because before the cast and crew can be assembled inside one of our sound stages, there's a pre-production phase that happens first. And that includes scripting, budgeting, casting, and that's what happens here on your left-hand side. We also have production companies residing right here in the bungalows, one of them being Mark Platt Productions. That is the same production company that has brought us Wicked, starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Michelle Yeoh, Jeff Goldblum, and of course you can now stream Wicked for good on Peacock. But coming up on your left, you'll see stages 25 and 26, the home to St. Denis Medical. And you know, sound stages are nearly soundproof, but it turns out they're not monster-proof, which the minions have to find out the hard way. Good thing they cleaned that up just in time because St. Denis Medical will be back in production soon. And St. Denis Medical is a workplace comedy about an overworked, understaffed hospital in Oregon, starring David Allen Greer, Wendy McClendon-Covey, and Allison Tolman. So if you enjoy good workplace comedy set in a hospital, highly recommend St. Denis Medical. And if you just so happen to be a fan of Vanderpump Rules, or maybe Love Island USA, Ariana Madix makes an appearance and guest stars in the second season of St. Denis Medical. But it looks like we're leaving our front lot and we're entering the back lot where the world is literally around the corner, because we're entering our metropolitan sets that take up about 4 acres of our back lot. And this is where a majority of our outdoor filming takes place. On your right, you'll see the hospital facade that was made for St. Denis Medical. Also on your right is Central Park and Brownstone Street. Now, Billie Eilish used Central Park for her mini musical for Amazon Prime Day. And Brownstone Street, many people still recognize from the film Bruce Almighty, starring Jim Carrey.
Race the dog! Inside bad, outside good. Inside bad, outside good.
Oh, you're done now.
Now we're headed towards Courthouse Square, that you'll likely recognize as Hill Valley from Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, and Leah Thompson. This building on your left features the famous clock tower in Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2. It was also the courthouse in the classic film To Kill a Mockingbird. It's the high school in the Ted series. You might know this area as Kingston Falls from the movie Gremlins, or maybe as a 1940s Los Angeles in Marvel's Agent Carter. But I think this area is prominently known for Back to the Future.
It was actually the back lot of the Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up in the clock tower on that ledge. There was a ledge about that wide, and I was standing inside looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand all that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
All the close-up scenes of Christopher Lloyd on the clock tower is actually filmed inside of Soundstage 12. But everyone, we're turning the corner on one of the busiest streets that we have here at our Metro sets, New York Street. So busy, so popular that even reality competition shows like American Ninja Warrior has filmed on this very street. And the buildings that surround us, they're over 50 feet tall. The materials used to build our Metro sets increase the flexibility for filmmakers. So what looks like what could be brick or stone is actually hard plastic and plywood, which can easily be changed out from production to production. Now, I know I said this is one of the busiest streets here, but today it's kind of looking like a ghost town. But that is a job for production design. The job is to set the scene and bring these large exterior sets to life. So while we're here on New York Street, you just think of any major city in the world, and what would you do to New York Street to make it look like that major city? Like, what would you add? What would you take away? Would you choose a different time period, the past, the present, the future? However, this is New York Street, so my co-host Jimmy Fallon has to be around here somewhere.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey! I'm walking here! I'm walking here! Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
All right, everyone, but looks like we're gonna leave the concrete jungles of our New York Street. That's okay, because just up ahead are the actual jungles of Skull Island.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. And to me, Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. And it's great to have you along for the ride. We're about to return to Skull Island.
Alright, so remember to remain seated, arms and legs in the vehicle at all times, secure your personal belongings, always hold on while the tram is in motion, and no flash photography, because we don't want to alarm the animals here at Skull Island. No, we do not.
Nobody's lived here for hundreds of years. A hundred fly.
thank you to our driver Doozy for getting us out of here safely and in one piece. But we're gonna leave. It's a little scary. Or maybe they're just misunderstood. Well, the epic battle that you just experienced was designed by Peter Jackson and Team Outwet Effects, because computer-generated imagery, aka CGI, and digital effects have been important tools in movie making for many years. They've helped build some of the worlds of some of your favorite Universal films, whether it be action, sci-fi, fantasy. Just like that, we have left Skull Island. And we're back here at our Metropolitan sets. But this time we're visiting London Square. Because the magic and convenience of using these large exterior sets is they can pretty much take you anywhere in the world without leaving Universal City. And we have a couple types of sets here. We have facades and practical sets. Now, a facade is the fronts and sides of a building. We just build what the camera will see and film the outsides of those buildings. Where practical sets are able to film on the inside of the building as well as the outside. We have mostly facades here at our Metro sets, but I'll make sure I point out a couple examples of practical sets during our tour today. But sometimes in filming, a production will film on location and partially here at our Metro sets, like Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw, for example. They had a high-speed chase in London, where they filmed in London, but also partially here at our Metro sets. And with clever editing, they put that footage together, making the scene seamless. But I like to point out this monster mural here on your right-hand side. This monster mural was painted by a world-renowned artist, Tristan Eaton, because at one time, Universal Studios was known as the Monster Making Studios. And these classic monster movies are very helpful to the studios during the Great Depression, because they're so affordable to make, and they generated a lot of revenue. Now, on your left, you might see a big V right in front of Soundstage 30. And this is where the singing competition, The Voice, films. Now they're currently in production, but you might know a couple of scenes ago, we had Reba McEntire as one of the coaches, and she's also the star of the show Happy's Place, which films in the sound stages on your left, right across this body of water we call the Hollywood Ocean. Now back in 1974, we had The Parting of the Red Sea here for the studio tour. It was based on the classic film The Ten Commandments, starring Charlton Heston. So he now retired effect of the studio tour. But shout out to anyone on board that may have witnessed The Parting of the Red Sea when it was here at the tour. But I'm going to bring you back to the show Happy's Place because Reba McEntire happens to be here. But tell us a little bit about how Happy's Place is filmed.
Hey there, I'm Reba McEntire and welcome to Happy's Place. We shoot our heartfelt comedy right here on Universal Live. Now, like most TV shows, we are a multi-camera sitcom, meaning several cameras capture every scene from a different angle all at the same time. Each episode takes about a week to make, from the first read-through of the script to rehearsals to taping in front of a live studio audience. And let me tell you, every step is a blast. Enjoy the ride and we'll see you at Happy's Place. I'm starting to sweat. The men are the ones who's supposed to ask the women out. That hasn't been true for 30 years. I haven't dated in 30 years.
Happy's Place, Friday on NBC and Peacock.
All right, from Happy's Place, we're going to head to another place that we call Little Europe. And Little Europe is some of the stomping grounds for our classic Universal monsters. It's also one of our most versatile locations that we have here on the lot because we can take audiences pretty much anywhere in the world. Little Europe has been Transylvania for Dracula, Egypt for the Mummy, even Genovia for Disney's A Princess Diaries 2, a royal engagement. So what we do is we have set decorators come in, they take a look at the area, they might add some signage or take some signage away, maybe paint buildings to do different colors, just to make it look like how everything needed to look like to fit the story. So without further ado, welcome to Little Europe. Now wardrobe, hair, and makeup are just as important as set decoration when it comes to telling a story through film. And the Minions, they like doing their own hair, wardrobe, and makeup. The Minions love it here at Little Europe. And you may recognize Little Europe as many places. Maybe from Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, starring Whitney Houston and Brandy. Or maybe you recognize Little Europe as the afterlife in The Good Place. Now, if you like to go to the bad place, you would take the railway station coming up on your left-hand side to get there. It takes you directly to the bad place. But here is The Good Place, starring Ted Danson and Kristen Bell.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Well, maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
That is The Good Place, starring Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. Now, way before Little Europe was The Good Place, it was where angry villagers would gather in a mob state in these classic monster movies. They would gather to get rid of the monster that's wreaking havoc on their town. Monsters like Dr. Frankenstein's monster.
Listen now, the monster. He's in the woods. Get out the bloodhounds. Raise all the men you can, lock the women indoors, and wait for me. I am ready! Your crosses and go!
See, the thing about the angry villagers is they would get really excited and riled up with their torches and weapons. But as soon as they caught up to the monster, that's when all their plans just kind of went out the window. Just like the angry villagers, we must flee Little Europe because our next destination is Soundstage 50. And you might know that we closed the earthquake attraction that stood here in the lot for decades, but don't worry, because we still made way for this new, unrivaled, state-of-the-art, 2-level soundstage. And I thought it's so fun to do a little soundstage visit, so everyone on board can see what it looks like when they're getting ready to film inside of a soundstage. So when we enter, just take a look around, take some guesses of what could be filming here. But as always, for your safety, remember to remain seated, arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. Secure your personal belongings and always hold on while the tram is in motion. Oh, it looks like right in front on our left as we enter, they have the production schedule listed. It looks like they're filming for a ticket machine heist. Alright, so far looks like we're in this vibrant blue subway station. On your left I see some lighting set up. And they set up right in front of the ticket machines, so they are prepping to film those ticket machines next. Okay, right in front, on the right-hand side, we do have a Welcome to San Francisco sign. So it seems like the setting here is a subway station in San Francisco where a ticket machine heist takes place. On your left in the front, we do have a little bit of wardrobe set up. Slight tremor, no need to worry. It happens sometimes. It's totally normal. Just one of those. Okay. All right. All right. Just remember to remain seated, remain calm, everyone. Everything is fine. Yeah, looks like you just survived earthquake, a big one. So sorry I lied to you earlier, so the earthquake attraction's closed. That attraction was based on the disaster film Earthquake that came out in the 70s around Thanksgiving time. It was also followed by even more terrifying film during Christmas time of that year, but production delays kept that from happening. But eventually, we were able to visit Amity Island for summer vacation, but it just so happens to be our next destination. Now, I know what you're thinking, but don't worry about any rumors you may have heard about a great white shark, because we have our best police drivers out there right now, making sure everything is safe, don't you worry. But you know, just in case for your safety, remember to remain seated, arms and legs of the vehicle at all times. And also, coming up in your life, we're going to see a billboard, and disregard it, because today someone took creative expression with it, and it's just art, and you can interpret art however you like. But it looks like we are here, and oh, okay, everyone, it looks like they caught a shark, which is good news, because what are the chances of multiple great white sharks taking in one location together? Right. Oh, right, okay. Everyone, it looks like we have a little visitor, but it's fine, because it looks like one of our police drivers is out there as we speak. Hey, George, you got this, right? You got this. Typical day at the office with George. Right, George? George came here. It's time for George's daily jelly donut, everyone. It's his favorite. He likes them underwater. Don't ask me why. But we're gonna let George have his breakfast there and enjoy the sights and views of Amity Island. I know the weather's not really ideal, but look, we have the beach to ourselves. The pier's moving by itself. It's probably just one of those new high-tech piers that moves on its own for whatever reason. Alrighty then. Okay. If you have chocolate, marshmallows, and graham crackers, we can make a few s'mores. The sandwich of desserts. Don't you worry, this is our shark, Bruce. Modeled and named after the shark Bruce in the summer blockbuster Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. And if you look closely at this shark, it is rare. It's the only shark in the world that knows how to swim backwards. While filming Jaws, that shark had a lot of mechanical issues and made it really difficult to film. So much so that the production team coined the nickname Flaws for the film. Because on the first day of filming, the shark actually sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Other times the shark would flop on its side, or the tail would get stuck in the wrong position. So director Steven Spielberg and editor Vernon Fields quickly realized that the solution to this problem was to show less of the shark, to create terror and suspense. And I think they succeeded in that. A lot of terror and suspense in the last 51 years. But it looks like we're leaving Amity Island, thankfully, and we're headed into Old Mexico, where I do hear there's some rain in the forecast. So just remember to remain seated, arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. Now, in filming rain, we can't rely on Mother Nature to have rain fall on cue, so we have to create it. And how do we do that? I'll tell you. We use the advanced technology of sprinklers to sprout the water into the air to have it fall on the ground naturally. Lighting helps capture the water by illuminating the rain, making it visible on screen. And sound for thunder is added after filming and post-production. So then when you tie all of those things together, it creates the perfect setting for rain. And if you close your eyes, it is quite soothing. It's like your very own meditation app. Alright, I think we got the gist. Can we get a cut on the water, please? Yeah, no more water. We gotta keep this tour moving. No. I said no more water, not pour more water. Silly. Yeah, can you just, alright. Everyone, this is a planned presentation for a new movie we're producing. It's called, Too Flood, Too Furious. I'm just kidding. This Flash Flood is a paid actor. You might recognize them from films like Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes, and Frankie Muniz.
About that.
That water is recycled and released from our tanks at the top of the hill. And if you haven't seen Big Fat Liar, I recommend it. I just watched it yesterday, and it's really fun to watch because they film all over the lot. So it'd be really fun to watch after the tour. But we're headed into the Old West, everyone. Welcome to 6 Points, where countless movies and TV westerns are made. These are some of the oldest sets that we have here in the lot. This will get used to this very day. And coming up on your left, you're going to see a building called the Opera House, and it looks like the doors are open. So as we go by, take a little peek inside, because this is what we call a practical set. So you're able to film scenes on the inside of that building. And the Opera House was used as a saloon in recent years for the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino. But the reason why this area is called 6 Points is because at one time there were 6 streets here that all met in the middle. And each street was a town with its own saloon, bank, and sheriff station. So when a sheriff told a bad guy to get out of town, all he had to do was turn the corner and he was out of town. Now some of these doorways here on your left-hand side may look a little smaller compared to other doorways, and that's on purpose. The cowboy of a western would be placed in front of a smaller doorway so they appear bigger and tougher on camera. But the damsel of distress of the story would be placed in front of a bigger doorway, so they appear smaller and more vulnerable on camera. And that technique is called forced perspective, or Hollywood magic. But just so everyone is aware, our tour is approximately at the halfway point. So if you happen to drop anything off the side of the tram or just really need to use the restroom, just pull that cord above you to get my attention. I'll be back to assist you, but do remain seated on the tram. And just as a heads up, we will be passing by Amity Island again, but do not worry, we will not visit it this time. We'll just look at it from afar, like art in a museum. A very dangerous museum. But I do have director of Jaws here, Steven Spielberg, to tell you more about how the Jaws ride came to be.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created. I'm done bashing the shark. Thank you, Jaws, for everything you've done for me. But I will say, consistently, the shark did work much better on the tour than it did in the Atlantic Ocean in 1974.
All right, Amity Island. We're now here in the suburbs. On your right-hand side, we have the Chicken Ranch House from the musical The Best of a Whorehouse in Texas, starring Dolly Parton, where she sings "I Will Always Love You." Now, you may have seen it in a music video for LMFAO, sorry for Party Rocking. It's also a practical set, so you're able to film scenes on the inside of that house. But everyone, we're about to go up Steven Spielberg Drive, and we're really excited for his current film in theaters, Disclosure Day. And here are 2 stars in the film, Emily Blunt and Coleman Domingo, to tell you more about Disclosure Day.
Hello everyone, I'm Emily Blunt.
And I'm Coleman Domingo. Let us tell you about our new film, Disclosure Day.
This film explores what happens when a single, undeniable truth is revealed to all 7 billion people on Earth at the same moment. Ordinary people are confronted with something far bigger than they ever imagined.
Designed to be seen on the big screen, this is a story meant to be shared, felt, and experienced together. Here's a special look at Disclosure Day, when all will be revealed. People are starved for the truth.
The human race cannot accept what we know.
From Steven Spielberg.
What did you steal?
Secrets.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world.
If you do this, there's no undoing it.
That's the plan. 3, 2, 1.
This is Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day. Rated PG-13. In theaters now.
All right, everyone. Now, you're about to see some of our picture car collection. And a picture car is any vehicle that's featured on screen. So, as you can see, picture cars can range from Universal Studios Glamour Trams to Gyrospheres and Jurassic World, even the cars from the Flintstones, which are made of mostly foam rubber and fiberglass, and are great for the environment because no gas is needed, just heat. Yes, whenever you're on the lot, you might not be seeing a regular car parked, you might be looking at a movie star. Vehicles are great for getting us from point A to point B. It looks like our point B is the Bates Motel. Right here, you check in, but you might not check out, so I don't recommend staying here. But that house on top of the hill, that is the original Psycho house. Oh, okay. It looks like Mr. Norman Bates is right in front of the Psycho house. Well, his house. He probably doesn't call it the Psycho house. But that's the original Psycho house in a Psycho film directed by Alfred Hitchcock. And Norman, I'm sure, okay, we're gonna get close to him and I'm sure everything will be fine. He, seems like he'd be a gracious host. But more about the house that he lives in. Legend has it that Mother is still there upstairs, waiting for you. So as we get closer to the Psycho house, see if Mother is still there. She should be upstairs in that first window. But be polite about it, because Norman might not like that. Okay, I'm sure this is fine. We're fine. I'm professional. Everyone's in good hands. Okay. Hi, Norman. So sorry to be a trespasser, bother you. We just want to see how you were doing. How's the house? Have you had any? Okay, well, seems like a bad time for you, so we'll check back later. Or never. Never sounds good to me. Norman, no, please, not to. Okay, thank you. Take care, Norman. Ooh, so sorry to escalate way too quickly. But we have left that scary world just to enter another one, because we're here at the War of the Worlds set in the film, War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg, about an alien invasion. And yes, that is a real plane on your left that was broken into several pieces and then moved into place by flatbed trucks. The houses on the right-hand side are modeled after a real neighborhood in New Jersey. And Steven Spielberg thought it'd be more ominous not to have bodies on the plane for this alien invasion, because it creates this air of mystery. Like, well, what happened to them? Where did they go?
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. That's right. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Got them closed? Robbie, get in. Get in.
Now, a few other productions are filmed on this set, like the comedy series Key and Peele, the TV show Community, starring Joel McHale and Donald Glover. Most recently, Ariana Grande filmed her short film here for Brighter Days Ahead. And they also have used this area for search and rescue dog training. So what they do is have people hide out randomly in the rubble and then release dogs to go find them. So the Universal sets have multiple purposes. But we have left that alien invasion behind to enter another one, because we're going to visit Jupiter's Claim for the world of Nope, from the mind of Academy Award-winning director Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over over there, look into the winking well. Have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. World of No.
Another film by Jordan Peele. Well, those are the actual sets in the movie Nope. They filmed in the Santa Clarita Valley, and then they deconstructed the sets, and then reconstructed the sets to be here, part of the studio tour. But everyone, get your cameras ready, because coming up on your right is a filming location called Falls Lake. Now, it features one of the world's built right here on the lot for one of the most anticipated films for Mega Movie Summer. And here to tell you all about it is director Christopher Nolan.
For the Odyssey, we wanted to take audiences on Odysseus' incredible journey across the world, across this mythical world of adventure. And to do that, we shot on IMAX film all around the world in incredible locations. And we wanted to put audiences on the deck of his ship. So we shot with full-size ships, like the one that you're seeing right now, and went out on the oceans of the world with our IMAX camera and with our incredible cast led by Matt Damon to really try and take audiences on this incredible thrill ride.
The Odyssey in theaters July 17.
All right, Christopher Nolan shot almost all of the Odyssey on fantastic locations like Scotland, Morocco, and Iceland. However, principal photography wrapped up right here at Falls Lake with that very ship in the water. And after enduring all the challenges on location like freezing temperatures and rain, Matt Damon and the crew joked that they would have an easier time filming here in a controlled environment, only to find out with 2 jet engines blasting water at them, they were just as cold and wet being here at Falls Lake as they were on the real ocean. But we can't wait for you to see Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey shot with IMAX cameras in theaters July 17th.
Odysseus, don't you want to remember?
I remember a wife, a son. I can still save them. No one can stand between me and home. Not even the gods. The Odyssey in theaters July 17th.
All right, everyone, looks like we've reached the end of the world-famous studio tour. Thank you so much for joining us here today. A shout out to our past members. If you'd like to become a past member, visit the box office in the theme park today and see how you can upgrade today's ticket into an annual pass. If you'd like to purchase any NBC Universal shows or movies you may have seen on the tour, visit our website, universalpicturesathome.com. And don't forget about the Universal Studios Hollywood app. Lots of useful information on the app, like the park hours, wait times to attractions, the park map, and so much more. Also, your Mega Movie Summer continues in the theme park. Meet the characters from Illumination's Minions and Monsters, Wicked, and celebrate the 25th anniversary of Fast and Furious with the Street Racers Dance Show and so much more. Don't miss out on the themed food and merchandise plus live DJs. See the movies and then celebrate them here with us every day this summer through August 9th. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for spending your time with us here at the studio tour. On behalf of our driver, Doozy, myself, Jazz, your tour guide, and everyone here at Universal Studios Hollywood, we hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes experience that's now been 62 years in the making and counting. I like to say here in Hollywood, that is a wrap. Now the tram doors open, please watch your step. And if this tram is still in front of us when the tram door is open, still watch your step, but then make a left and go behind the tram for everyone's safety. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Alright, the studio tour. Get a little photo op right here for the Mega Movie Summer. Had a little bit of an homage to Odyssey, as we saw, as part of the Mega Movie Summer. But you never know the route that we'll be taking on there. It's different each time, usually, just because there's different productions going on, so it's always fun to take the studio tour, of course. And there's still more for the movie summer, a little bit more. Look at that. Head on through. Most of it's in the upper lot as well. Saw some of the Minions before, Henry and James. They're part of the Minions and Monsters movie coming out July 1st. Hello, Kevin Mendoza, welcome in. Came just in time, check out some of the Mega Movie Summer stuff. My favorite rides or attractions at Universal, we just went on it. Studio Tour is probably my favorite here at Hollywood, I will say. I do like Forbidden Journey and also Secret Life of Pets. Actually, I like a lot of the rides that are here. In general, those are my top three. Those are ones I could kind of just go on over and over and over again. I do enjoy Mario Kart and Mummy the Ride, Transformers as well. The Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem is fun. That was my favorite. Simpsons Ride is fun. I don't always get to ride it. I'm guessing by Super you mean Mario Kart. It is a very fun ride. You can go on over and over and over again on that one too. I like the interaction of it, trying to get the highest score. Alright, I'm back here in Springfield. Partially looking for a sanitizer kiosk. Always recommend sanitizing your hands after an attraction. Keep those germs away. The Simpsons area. I was just watching, not related to Universal, except for through Simpsons, but there's a new Simpsons double episode on Disney Plus. I was just watching this morning, actually, before coming over. Well, I'm not going to say anything about the Simpsons ride being replaced. I always wait for some confirmation of that. I don't necessarily like spreading rumors. I know I always hear that the contract for the licensing for it will be up in a couple of years or a few years. But who knows? They could renew it.
We took the water back.
But yeah, I think the one thing about Universal, it's even though Simpsons is owned by Disney, Harry Potter is actually Warner Brothers. The movies are produced by Warner Brothers, and they just had the licensing to do it. Transformers was actually done by Paramount, and they had the licensing for that. So you never know. They could renew the license. I think the funny thing is how much Disney owns, and Universal Parks have a lot of stuff, more in Florida. It's both in Disney World and the Universal Orlando Resort, because they have a Simpsons land there, and they have the Marvel Superhero Island, Islands of Adventure. I feel like there's one other thing, and I can't think of what it is, but it's kind of funny how much of Disney's at Universal there, and then you just go over to Disney World and you have more Disney. Only going by here for some sanitizer. I will say, I would love to see the Back to the Future ride come back in some form. I have been able to actually ride it way back in the day, and it was so fun. I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. Whenever I was sick home from school, I would go through the whole trilogy. It was kind of my comfort movies. So, love Back to the Future. And it's getting popular again, so they could bring it back. I'd like to think of that happening. Maybe a revamp of it. Kind of a different version. Alright, so the other part of Mega Movie Summer is the Wicked photo op. Elphaba is out right now. We got some New York performers too. We'll probably take a look at them, but do a quick hello to Elphaba. Signing some autographs. It's actually a very nice photo op. It used to be over towards some of the shops back at FanFest nights and even a little bit after. Try to kind of give guests some privacy too. Don't always like to record them. Very nice Elphaba. Good question. Thoughts on this year's FanFest? I thought it was very good. So we're gonna move on real quick. Trying to zoom out. Also trying to get the New York game. Anyway, FanFest nights. I enjoyed it a lot. It was it was a little hard for me, I think, to fully enjoy. I got to go a couple times. Actually, I'm going to let them talk a little bit, then I'll come back to that.
Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Yeah. You owe us money, lady.
Yeah, we got the bank of coins here one time. That's ours.
It's still there, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, they don't even use coins really anymore.
Yeah, would date themselves.
But that's why the bank of coins come back.
It's right.
You can't use them anyways.
It's like records, you know, records are bad. Tapes, you know, people are getting into tapes now. Cassette tapes.
They can't be.
It's coming back.
If you're going to bring back tapes, you bring back the 8-track tape, not the cassette tape. If you get the cassette tape, okay, I want to go to track 7. I gotta read fast forward. I gotta guess where it's gonna be. 8-track, you just push the button. You hit track 7, boom. What's up with that? That makes no sense.
You ever go tape it? You know what that is? Cousin Paulie told me about that. You could steal people's tapes out of their cars, out of their tape plates. I guess you bring it to the car, but you just take the tape.
Isn't that just theft?
That's correct.
I mean, they're just choosing.
Well, you're not stealing a car, it's not bad.
And you're not stealing anything else in the car, you're just stealing the cassette tapes.
You're stealing the music that they listen to.
I think there's somebody. And as sweet as that sounds.
All right, I'll move on a little bit.
It seems.
Hello, Shirley Nicholas. Welcome to the live stream. Going around seeing some of the Mega Movie Summer. All right, back to FanFest stuff. And actually, speaking of Scooby-Doo, Scooby and Shaggy are out here. I did go twice. I love FanFest. I went a couple times to the first year. It was amazing, and I knew I was wanting to go back a couple times this year. My wife was gracious enough to let me go because we had, I'm trying to think at the time, I think when I went, I had a 1.5-month-old, and so that was a bit rough to just kind of leave her with my wife, and so I was just very glad and thankful I could. I really enjoyed the Scooby-Doo thing. I didn't encounter any crazy line. It was actually not too bad. It was easy to get on the tram. There was a lot of people around, but I liked how they did the flow of Scooby-Doo monsters more than Back to the Future. Back to the Future was, I will say, I liked Back to the Future more than the Scooby-Doo thing. The Back to the Future, not just because I was a fan, but they did such an amazing job on that backlot area and all that was involved. But the flow was really hard. My wife got to go to the original one. We went twice, like I said, and she went the second time because we didn't really get a good look at everything the first time. She actually stayed down on the lot for a while for the Back to the Future thing just to be able to see everything. And I went around and did more things. And then we of course met back up. But just to describe how Back to the Future was, Scooby-Doo, you were able to see everything. Like, if you stuck around for a little bit, you could definitely see all the monsters. You could probably talk to each of the Scooby-Doo characters. And I liked how they did the ending. It was very easy to get a glimpse of it all. I know they would change the ending each time you would go, which is really cool. So if you went multiple times, you would have a different end to the time there. I'm talking a lot. I love FanFest nights. I think it's one of the most amazing things at a theme park. Personally, that's my opinion. That it's amazing. But it has its problems. It's only the second year, and they did some different things for it. So Scooby-Doo, it had its issues. It was still hard to actually see Scooby-Doo himself. There's a long line. The lines for some other stuff, so like the Forbidden Forest walkthrough, kept saying it was really long. I actually didn't wait that long. I waited maybe at the most 20 minutes one night when it said it was an hour long. And another time it said, I think, 45 minutes, and I waited a total of 5 minutes. So I think the lines were a bit deceptive, which is okay. But otherwise, another amazing job. If I had to pick between the years, I like the first year more. Though those things kind of appealed to me a little bit more. I'm a huge Trekkie. I'm a big Back to the Future fan. Big Harry Potter fan. So that really was something that all appealed to me the first year a little bit more. But I had a really good time this year as well. I say it was a little bit of a hard time, also just sleep deprived with the newborn baby. That is a sleep deprivation I've never had before. So hopefully next year goes a little more. We'll probably take the little one. So looking forward to next year. Whatever it is, even if it's some franchises that I don't know about, all the experiences were just amazing. Yeah, Back to the Future had a bigger area to play with for guests to go in. I wouldn't say that there's lines for either one. Scooby-Doo had a lot of people out, and it was a little hard to get through. I'd say it was about the same, though. Just again, my wife had a hard time, I think, seeing some of the stuff at the Back to the Future lot, and sometimes it was hard to follow the characters or see them all. I think Scooby-Doo helped remedy some of that, but it just was in a different area than Back to the Future, and so it was smaller and it had more streets, so it's harder to really get people flowing through as much. So you were able to see all the characters, but it was crowded. I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan also. That was like huge. Like that's what I used to watch and try to get my hands on it, on anything. They used to have almost no merchandise back in the day. I have not seen every single Scooby-Doo movie or show, but still really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite cartoons. As you can tell, I can go on and on and on about FanFest nights and all that is involved. Yoshi's or something. Yoshi is my favorite Mario character, so I love that they keep doing Yoshi stuff. Oh, we got a little Minions and Monsters area too. Yeah, and you know, who knows, they might bring back... Oh, I forgot one of the most amazing things I really surprisingly enjoyed at FanFest nights this year was the Jurassic Park walkthrough. Not really advertised, not really highlighted among their stuff, but it existed, and that was... I think that was actually my favorite thing this year. I like the Jurassic Park movies. I've seen all of them, Jurassic World as well, and I like the use of showing off the different props and big dinosaur statues, and then they had people playing a lot of the characters, and they were doing an amazing job. And then there's even some different shows that were happening at the kind of the back of that whole walkthrough, and those were amazing. They had like a raptor show, breakout of a raptor, and people try to calm it down. They had, gosh, what else? There was a Triceratops one, kind of the Triceratops encounter. They just walking around, not even like a full show, but there was the I can't think of the name, but it's from the new Jurassic World. That dinosaur, the little dinosaur with somebody that's kind of holding it and all. Actually, I think it was a baby raptor. Sorry, the Aqualox. I think. is the other dinosaur from the newest Jurassic World, but I'm getting that mixed up with they had a baby raptor and a baby raptor handler. So did that quick detour just to see if there was any of the minions out again. Most of the Mega Movie Summer stuff is up here, like I said, on the upper lot. Yeah. And gonna do a quick little self-advertisement. As I go back through just to see if actually if anybody else is coming out here for Big and Movie Summer stuff. Might have Glinda. Actually, she's just looking at the times a little bit later. But yeah, put a little self-advertisement down at the bottom of the scroll. I'm a travel planner to help you plan some trips. FanFest nights, especially next year. Probably going to start announcing some of that in a couple months. Any Disney trips, and then especially if you want to check out Universal Orlando, I can help you plan that. I've been to all 3 parks out there. Actually, technically 4. There's a water park, but I've been to Epic Universe a couple times now, and been to the other parks quite a bit of times. So if you're ever interested in any theme park trips and any trips in general, and happy to help plan whatever the need might be, just head to the website, and that scrolling marquee listed. I can help you out.
What's your name? Hannah?
I'm checking over here. I don't know if they're going to have times. They're supposed to do a little dance show here from Mega Movie Summer, but might be too early. I don't know. Also will say, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to have hopefully some more live streams coming up soon. I will say, I won't promise, but I'll say it's very possible to have one Independence Day Eve, let's call it. I think possibly around here. And then probably some others at some other parks coming up too. You can see they're not necessarily saying there's street racers. That's the show. Taking a look at the app to see if they have anything. So far, they're not saying if they're coming up, but that might be all we can do, and that's all right. Gonna walk through a little bit. Actually, let's go take a look. Let's see. I know some Halloween Horror Nights merchandise is now out. They announced the a couple of Sinners and why am I blanking on Stranger Things? Sleep deprivation doesn't help.
Just the same age.
A lot of times.
On vacation, but there's nothing going on. There's a whole lot of something going on. Come on now. What's your name, huh? Brett. And who's this?
But yeah, they did a little bit of merchandise drop for that. So it might be out here or over here in the shops. Take a quick look before parting ways. Oh, Galinda's out. Let's go say hello. Let's get it. Oh, nice. Nice meet with Glinda. We got some street performers. Steady old dancers. Always seems like something's happening with the park. And now gonna, as I said before, gonna head on into a shop. There's also the Drift and Dine theme eating spot, Sensei restaurant. I have a hard time calling quick service exactly a restaurant, but we've got some Fast and Furious themed items. We got some Jaws themed merchandise. Alright, we'll go in search of some of our Halloween Horror Nights merchandise. We get a little bit of monster stuff. Oh, there we go. So all this is for Halloween Horror Nights. Some dioramas. That one's Stranger Things, the new Stranger Things one. It's the Sinner's Maze announced already, and then they just announced the Stranger Things. Yep. Sorry. Gonna face this way real quick. Gonna plug in a battery. All right, and then here we go. Some shirts, some mugs. Almost looks like that might change color, but I don't know. Yeah, that's the new homage to the houses that are coming to Halloween Horror Nights. We got actually some FanFest night stuff still here. Sailor Moon and One Piece over there, and some D&D stuff right here. So that's all available if you come on by. Oh, Scooby-Doo as well. So if you miss it, you can still come on by. Of course, Harry Potter, 25 years. Or what do I want to call it? Sorcerer's Stone. That's it. Sorcerer's Stone. A new reversible house. Sash. Available. Do a little fun shopping to finish on out. I was like checking around here because this is kind of sometimes the discounted area. I think these ones specifically are not discounted. I think this is from FanFest night, some of the Forbidden Forest stuff. They got Time Turner buckets. No, I think on sale.
I'm checking something real quick and then I go. But we're not waiting. What I do have a question.
It's not saying how much, but there we go. So anyway.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah, no worries.
There we go. We got some of the fun merchandise throughout. And with that, gonna head on out of the shop, finish out, and say thank you all for joining. Hope you had a good time. And we'll be doing these a little bit more and more. It's throughout the summer. But this has been some Mega Movie Summer Universal Studios fun. So, again, hope you enjoyed it. See you all next time.